Hi, my name's Rosie Price. I'm the author of What Red Was and The Orange Room, which is out now. The Orange Room, my new novel, is about a young woman called Rianne who, after dropping out of art college, finds herself engulfed in a romantic relationship that very quickly begins to turn into something much darker. This is a novel about the narrow line between power and control, and it's about a young woman finding her way back to herself through her creativity and her expression. I'm here in Waterstones, Piccadilly to recommend to you 3 books that have really informed my writing. The first of those is this book, White Noise by Don DeLillo. This is a postmodern American novel. It's set in LA and it's about a college professor and his family whose life is completely upturned by a series of strange apocalyptic events. I love Don DeLillo because his writing is strange, it's prophetic. He has this really incredible understanding of how technology and modernity really affects the human psyche. And also he writes on a typewriter, which I think is amazing. My favourite thing about this novel is the fact that I took the title of my first book, What Red Was, from one of the pivotal chapters. So my second choice is this book, The Book of Night Women by Marlon James. This book is a historical novel. It's set in the 1700s in Jamaica on a plantation. And the young woman who is at the center of this novel is Lilith. She is born into slavery. And this book is incredibly violent, as you can imagine. It is a violent book that somehow doesn't feel voyeuristic, in part because a lot of what he writes about is actually true. It's a really well-researched historical novel. But what I love about Marlon James and his writing is the way that he looks so fearlessly and so directly at some of these incredibly violent periods of human history, and he manages to restore to his characters humanity and complexity and nuance in a way that I think is really extraordinary. So my final choice is this novel, Elizabeth Strout, Amy and Isabelle. Elizabeth Strout is one of my favourite all-time writers, and this is her first novel. It's about the relationship between a mother and daughter who live in a quiet Protestant town in New England. And Amy, the daughter, finds herself embroiled in a passionate romantic affair with her maths teacher, which to her is romantic and all-encompassing. Obviously from the outside it looks like something very different, and it's about how this relationship tears apart and exposes the fragilities in this mother-daughter relationship. I love Elizabeth Strout because she is so capable of uncovering human frailty and poking fun at her characters while also showing enormous compassion for them.